having a great run until he ran into another old schooler.
He's like, remember me?
Yeah, he remembered. He remembered. Definitely remembered after that match.
Yeah, for real, right? Jeez. That was off stream too, right?
Yeah, it was not on stream.
Dang.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we were talking about
earlier.
You know what was on stream? Something even more amazing, apparently.
Probably another ridiculous match was happening at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we got Nuckledu representing Team Liquid. He's up against Choi. Choi, one of the organizers of NorCal Regionals, along with Terry Kineda and Chris Seglia, who's been a big part of the show.
Yeah, and he's going to go with Classic Ryu. Like, I think he's one of the few Ryu players that did not make the switch to Evil Ryu.
He got rewarded a little bit, and I can't remember if it was 1.03 or 1.04 when Ryu got some fireball buffs.
Oh, okay. So it's not as bad as it was when...
He's improved a bit. See how fast the Fierce Fireball is
that's
now?
nice.
Also, the Jab Fireball is slower than the old one used to be.
Okay.
So he can walk behind it a bit more effectively and get setups.
Oh, man, I like that
Nice
option.
jump in.
All right, Nuckledu right now, even match with John Choi. And John Choi just going to stick to the game plan.
Yeah, this is a good plan for him. He cannot overcommit against the Sonic Boom, of course. And if he gets too close and trades a Fireball with the Sonic Boom, then he's going to get back-fisted.
Right.
So he always has to keep a certain distance if he wants to play the Fireball war. However, Choi is one of the best in the biz at throwing Fireballs. He's really good at it, and he guesses right consistently. Like that right there. He's so good at it. He still got the life lead despite Nuckledu, who's another good Fireballer, fighting so well.
All right, they're, wow, this is like literally coming down to like microscopic levels of like health meter.
How does Choi throw Fireballs so good?
That's all his own game plan, man. Just chuck the plasma. And he was wishing that guy jumped close enough for a sweep.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Choi took the lead back.
Yep.
He's going to get an EX.
Oh,
wow. No, again. Still got him. Still got him.
Oh, you know we would have been like tight if he had just dropped that.
No, I know, man. You got to be ready. Nuckledu is the type of guy that he knows the situations. So when he knows that he needs like a huge comeback, he'll take a risk. He's not afraid.
I'm sure.
He's very aggressive, especially when you compare him to the Guile of Dominion, who's got a bit more of a defensive style.
Oh, yeah, dude. That shit's just, oh, my God.
He's a tough nut to crack, Dominion.
Yeah, like most Guiles are, though. Like, most Guiles are totally fine with this range Fireball game. And I think a lot of people just get impatient with that. A lot of people are just like, you know what, forget it.
That's Street Fighter. The point of it is that's how you beat your opponent. You make them frustrated, and then they want to jump and go for their big combo, and you finish the job.
You know that, I know that, everybody knows that, and yet it still happens, you know?
Discipline.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's tough, man. John Choi, obviously very disciplined. Playing so safe right now. Still has the lead, and he's trying to approach at just the right range to pressure Nuckledu and force him to move.
Wow, John Choi just looking like he never left.
He won this entire match with only Fireball.
Yeah, man. That's how we do.
Yeah, that's old school right there, man. Much respect.
Why would I not throw fireballs,
he didn't
right?
uppercut those jumping.
Yeah, I know he would. He
fireball.
Like he was just like, I want to throw a fireball, but he's not giving me the chance here. He's gonna low forward him.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, I love watching John fight.
Yeah, he's beastly. Definitely beastly.
And now we got Myers up in here. Myers, great player, but so far has not really put much of a dent in his opponents. The first time we saw him on stream, he was kind of the butt. You know, it was getting kicked.
Yeah, this is probably going to be tough for Myers. Not that Sakura is not very effective in this matchup, because she certainly is, but John Choi's patience is...
Yeah. John Choi,
this is going to be a test for Myers, to say the least.
Especially with Sakura, when like you just want to go in and just maul somebody all the time, you know?
Not so easy against Choi. We saw what happened to Nuckledu when he tried to maul.
Right, yeah.
He got fireballed a lot.
It was not fun.
Who will emerge a champion? Fight!
Myers could have jumped at the beginning of the round and killed him. It's like, he just knows, like that right there.
There we go.
All right. John Choi.
Is he going to finally Shoru? Nope. Back up. There we go.
More fireballs. That's what we like.
John, you are the best. Never change.
Oh my God. Opportunity. Missed the link. Missed the link.
He's like, it's not a fireball. Of course he's going to miss the link.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Got hit by the last part of EX Tatsu. That sucks.
Where we going?
Myers wasn't even ready for that. He didn't get the optimal follow-up.
He's just like, I need to beat her. Hit me in the face real quick.
I guess so. Nice.
He
That
got
was
Ultra now. He's going to... I think this is the first time he's gotten Ultra.
Yep. Missed on the link.
Oh, wow. Oh, the irony.
Yep. Right to the face. Those turning nerves are starting to kick in a little bit for most players.
Possibly. Serious business, man.
Yep.
Oh, walks right into the low forward.
Yep.
The one, oh, there it is.
FADC back. So you don't want to FADC forward against Sakura because she has a 3-frame close fear.
Right,
very
yeah,
easy
she's
punish.
going to bop you real quick. 3 frames, really? That's like KOF speed.
3 or 4, I forget.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's really fast.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Wow. The ball's on this guy.
He's got to go in hard, though.
There.
Sure you.
Oh, my
the
God.
Tatsu got him over. Oh,
No way,
I
man.
would have also sure you the IBC because I even called it. Oh, I love this Ultra. Attack. He's done. All right. But Choi did his job taking out Nuckledu there. Nuckledu, a big threat on this team along with Snake. So.
Oh, yeah, he did his job. So now it's going to befall...
it's Shen Chang.
Shen Chang?
Texas area. I can't remember. I think he's from Austin, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
He does play at Arcade UFO, the great arcade run by Frubar Duck out there.
Shout outs to Frubar Duck.
Yep.
Ryan's cool guy.
Shen Chang, long list of kills, body montage. He made it to SBO a while back. That was for BlazBlue.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that. So he just plays everything, then.
Yeah, he plays what people like to play in Texas for the most part. That's how he is.
Very sick. And shout outs to Adark, Andy, holding it down.
Yes, sir.
You got these promo codes here. You get $10 off, $50 with NCR 2015, and $15 off $100 orders with NCR 916.
That's at adark.com.
Adark.com. I mean,
make sure to check them out, guys. These guys are a sticks and parts seller. They specialize in the Quamba line of dual mod sticks that work for PS3 and 360. They also work on PC as a side effect.
Right. Yeah.
Super sick.
So you've got 3 systems there. Yeah. Andy, one of the longest time, most well-known supporters of the NorCal scene. We would not be here without him.
I agree, dude. He supports me as well. He sent lots of sticks and parts.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, man. Good luck to Adark. All right, so we have Myers up against Hsien Chang as Yun.
Oh, good confirm. Well, I just walked him into the corner.
Nice dive kick.
Oh, that's safe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's safe. It's +1, actually.
God.
Yeah. You can combo to Ultra 1 after as well, depending on the spacing.
Too many options, man.
At one point, Daigo considered this character to be the strongest character in the entire game.
You know what? with options like that, I can't disagree.
He's really good. Yeah, he's really good. I'll agree with that.
Yeah. That's just Yun, man. For some reason, like, they just have to make him godlike every time.
Yeah. I like to think of, what was that? The first arcade edition or something like that?
Man.
Or was that AE 2012? No, it was the first arcade edition. Yeah.
Actually, I liked that version because Yang was good in that too.
You like that version? You like Team China is what it sounds like
Yeah,
because that's the best characters. Freaking Fei Long, Yun, and Yang. You can't stop them. Udo destroyed everybody.
Yeah,
oh, yo,
man.
that was so free.
Yeah, dude.
Meanwhile,
oh my
that was
God!
big.
Just let him in. That's a good dive kick.
Yeah, Myers set, Shen Chang's set play is looking really strong right now, and he has lots of bar. Ooh, that could have been Yen right there.
He's looking for that crouching medium kick. Oh!
FADC back to be safe. It was a regular lunge, so it's actually unsafe on block.
Wow, he did it again? Wow,
yeah,
that was
he's just trying to finish him off. He actually might be able to, yeah. I think that would have been enough chip.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah. That was a good plan from Shen Chang at the end there. Just trying to close it out. Did get the chip out.
Once again, Myers goes down, but that was a very difficult situation for him.
Yeah. I think that Myers should have chosen to attack rather than back off there.
Yeah, I don't see what the benefit of him hanging back full screen was, especially if he wasn't going to throw any fireballs.
Hey, when you're almost dead, the fear sets in.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, so Snake Eyes coming up.
Snake Eyes in there, and Snake Eyes has been the rock of this team. Whenever they're in trouble, man.
He's like the Rock of Gibraltar.
Yeah, seriously.
You can stop this man. Jeez. For real, man. Like, it's even more impressive when he loses because you can. It's a body montage, dude. Just look at some of his wins. Like, what?
Yeah, right. When I see Snake Eyez lose, it's just like
what again, right?
Did he eat breakfast this morning?
I don't know. Killers taking out killers.
Yeah, man.
That's what the Pro Tour is about. It looks like.
Yeah, and this is just.
These guys are both killers, man. Straight up, Shen Chang.
And like we've been saying all day, this whole tournament is just like Killer Central. It's literally the Shark Tank.
Yeah. People are ducking. Momochi. Oh, not Momochi. People are ducking Momochi.
People are ducking Momochi.
Tokido,
sure, yeah.
Shen, and who else is missing? Mago.
Daigo.
Oh, did Daigo register? Is he not here? Okay.
I think Daigo ducked to Scotland, yeah.
Oh, is he there too? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Momochi is here, right? That's why
Momochi
everybody
is here,
okay, just
yeah.
confirming. Okay, so people are ducking.
I was talking about how funny it would be if, like, you know, they all just went to Scotland and Momochi's just like, hey, you guys are going to Hype Spotting?
What's
what a
up?
coincidence.
Dude, that would be
the best.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Definitely hilarious. All right, so Snake versus Shen.
And Hsien Chang already had a life deficit. Snake's just, eating that elbow.
Yeah, actually, this matchup, I'm not sure if it's still considered that way, but typically Zangief is considered strong against dive kick characters in general.
I can see why. That jumping fierce just like catches him.
He has really, well, some of the things about it, right, is that he has really high health, and then he always has two good options on deck for dive kicks. He has the lariat if he can react in time, and also when you dive kick from too high, he has the SPD. So even if you're only like -2 on the dive kick, he can still get a very easy punish off reversal. So that makes a big difference with dive kick guys. You have to really take your time and poke away at him rather than go for full committal.
Got it. Okay. And there we are. And right now, Shen Chang's going to have to be really careful.
He recognizes the matchup. He's doing the right thing, which is trying to play the long-range game and poke out. But Snake Eyez.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my. Wow, he knew that was done.
Got him with the communist boot.
Too late. Free mix-up off this. Delay wake-up or not does not matter.
Ow!
Snake Eyez with the execution there.
Gave him a noogie.
Yep. He's got that split frame shirt on. The parry. That's the name of it.
The Daigo parry, man.
Shout out to Split Frame.
Shout out to Split Frame, who are very close with my Arcade Shock overlords.
All right, so coming up is Terry Caneda.
Caneda?
Not sure if this guy still plays Akuma. He may.
How the heck is Caneda going to play in his own tournament?
Okay. Well, I don't know.
This is infamous scumbag Caneda, who...
he always plays in his own tournament.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, don't sleep on Caneda. I'll say that when he first came onto the scene and was playing SF4 a lot, he would consider just a pop monster or a weaker player.
Yeah.
But he since then he's trained with Choi.
Yeah.
And Choi is a very good teacher. Definitely, you'll see the difference in Terry's play if you've seen him from years ago.
There's also the little fact that NorCal had the original Geef, Zangief.
All right.
And Caneda definitely had some time with him in the lab.
So Caneda is a deck monster, as I like to call it. He's hitting the deck. And some players like to do that because, you know, if you played in arcades a lot, right, and you play on the cabinet, you're used to the stick being very stable. You can kind of move around and put pressure into it, and it's not going to move. But if you use a portable stick on your lap, then depending on how you like to input motions or how comfortable you are, obviously the stick can move around and stuff like that.
Right.
So deck monsters like to just put the floor on the deck and make it easier on themselves.
Now, the problem with me for that is that thing is so low to the ground.
It hurts your wrist,
like,
That is the weakness of this tactic.
Yeah. And so the accuracy also might be a little bit off because you're at an angle that you're not normally at even when you're playing on a cab. You know?
All right. So let's see how Kaneda's going to do against Snake. Obviously, Snake Eyez is the favorite here. But
oh yeah, this would be an upset otherwise.
Yeah, no, it would certainly be one, but not beyond what Terry Caneda can do.
All right.
Could have gotten him with the Shoyu there.
Wow, Caneda just not trying to have any of that.
Nope. Teleport back. This matchup is kind of the opposite of the previous matchup we saw. Zangief is the one that unfortunately has to come to Akuma all the time, and then he has to watch for the very, very annoying air fireball, which is hard for him to get around. But the good part is that Akuma has very low health, and Zangief hits hard. So when he does get close like this, it's dangerous.
Oh, there it is. I'll use the meter to get to him, and there pushes him back. And still Caneda at a life deficit. Now, of course, Akuma also going to get most of his damage off of infighting, so...
Yeah, he needs to hit, like, Tatsu combos or something large to get solid damage.
Oh, God, that's way too telegraphed.
Yep.
Just get it out of here.
I'm surprised that they put Terry as the anchor. I feel like Choi would have been better in this position.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think Choi versus Snake Eyes wouldn't be that bad. Maybe they'll do that on the second set.
All right, let's see what happens. Right now, Snake Eyes still at advantage.
Right now, Caneda just completely content with hanging back. There we go. Man, the whips, man.
Yeah, that link's a little tricky.
He's just trying to catch Snake Eyes pressing the button real quick, and that's really hard to do.
Yeah. No,
oh
my God, please don't do that. He
got
came
the fierce, too.
That was good. I think he did try to go for another grab there.
Oh, my God, really?
Oh, no.
Just get out of the skies.
Man, I miss Chris Hu. Every time he would say, skies protected, in the exact same tone of voice. Every time. I love that, man. Shouts to Chris.
Yeah, that was a Chris Hu. Oh, man, that was a weird dive kick.
Let's go.
Oh, my God.
Spooky whoop, it's over. Set 1 goes to Snake.
Get him out of here.
So once again, guys, this is the Ultra Street Fighter 4 3v3 teams. 33 teams in total entered, including many of the killers that are also in the Capcom Pro Tour singles tournament.
Oh, yes, sir. I told you, everybody wants a piece of this.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like they are going to put Terry Caneda up first. Seems like he's going to face off against Team Liquid's Nuckledu. Okay, the winning team must keep their order, by the way, for those wondering about the rules. And if the rules are confusing to you guys or anybody just jumped in, here are the official rules. The way it works is it's single game, but your team must win 2 out of 3 matches. And the bracket is single elimination style, which means once your team is defeated, you're out of the tournament.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go to KO.
All right.
So it was really fun to do this commentary with you guys.
Oh yeah, help pocket.
Enjoy this stuff, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And we'll have Crack Fiend replacing me, so get hype.
What channel is KOF? Help Pockets, what channel is KOF? Yeah, do you know? Oh, it's on twitch.tv/iPlayWinner, everyone. All right. In the meantime, Crack Fiend's going to come join me in just a second, and we're going to have Team Liquid's Nuckledu against Terry Caneda. This is set number 2. Team Diversity, I believe, took the first set.
The battle has begun. Fight!
What's up, Spooky?
What is up, Crack Fiend? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so looks like Team Diversity got the first win.
Yes, sir. And the set just got restarted. Last time, Choi started off for Team NCR, but this time, Caneda starting it off.
Got it. Who's the third player on the team?
The third player is it's Choi, Caneda. Dang, I can't remember. Shen Chang.
Shen.
Texas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, good team.
That's old school.
Yeah, they're old.
Oh wow.
Focus.
Great focus right there for Nuckledu.
So much damage. He could have gotten more on that combo. I think he was close enough to the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was a little hesitant. Probably wasn't too sure about that distance.
Yeah. Traded.
Opting for a more neutral game at this point right now.
That was almost huge for Terry, but just a little too far.
Wow.
Yep. Can't jump at Sonic Booms.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just one of those things where you have to tell yourself, you know what, I got to block that Sonic Boom, take that chip.
And just look for another opportunity. That's
Exactly.
all you can do.
Exactly.
Unless you like giving away free damage.
Well, sometimes Caneda is very, very giving.
Hey, it's thanks to him in big part that we have NCR.
Exactly.
So
Caneda's a
definitely
great
giving
guy.
type of guy.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Oh
wow.
Face. Scoop.
What's he going to go for here? Nice challenge for Nuckledu.
Yeah, Nuckledu's playing against the situations really well.
And even though he's trading for damage, he ends up neutralizing the positioning, which is actually really important.
It's way more important.
Exactly. Really good choice. And here comes that aggression.
He likes to keep it close. Oh, wow, wow. So much damage on that.
Terry, please.
Who's that in the background? Just like, oh, that's Shen.
Oh,
man, that was awesome. All right, so Nuckledu goes up 1-0. Choi was actually the one who defeated Nuckledu in the first set, but it looks like they want to save him for the anchor position, and that's probably because they want Choi to try his luck against Snake Eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. And Choi has the right style to make that happen.
This is a good matchup for Shen Chang also.
Yeah, absolutely. Super tough for Guile to deal with Yun. And Yun's just an aggressive powerhouse.
Yeah. I think Hellpock has actually said it really well in such a basic way, which is that Guile has two angles, Sonic Boom, which is horizontal, and then Flash Kick, which is vertical, right?
Oh, yeah,
but
absolutely.
Dive Kick, you know, kind of nullifies both those things.
Yeah, and it's kind of unfortunate because it makes him second guess that decision making. And even though he has the charge and ready to let it go, it's like you ask yourself.
You don't actually want to block a dive kick.
Yeah.
It's not even about getting it. It's like you block it and he's in. Then you got to deal with command grab, shorts, more dive kicks.
And then that damage off of pretty much anything is equally alike.
Yeah, Shen Chang's confirmation is also really strong. So when he does land something, he's going to get some big optimal combos.
Absolutely. Let's see if Nuckledu can really clutch this out, though. Shen, a very seasoned player, so it's going to be an interesting matchup. The matchup of an experienced, very seasoned tournament player versus kind of one of the up-and-comer top players.
Yeah. Actually, Nuckledu's starting to look a little older these days. I see that you know,
the gray hairs?
Face, yeah, not the gray hairs, but that face that looks like it's seen one too many things that it shouldn't have. I know that face.
It's a good kid, though. Very good kid.
All right, Shen Chang is in. This is where it gets tough.
Yeah, really bad predicament right now.
Yep, more pressure. Nuckledu is trying to just block his way out of it and find an opportunity to escape the corner.
I like how he's approaching this with a standing roundhouse and that dive kick angle, too. Oh,
nice flash kick there. Shen Chang monstering it up. That hurts.
That just makes me sad.
Okay. Good patience there from Shen. He wasn't ready for the EX.
Yeah, Nuckledu was probably looking for something else after that. Didn't really expect the throw, or maybe tech too early.
Yeah, you can the options after the EX, because it's +1, you can go for grab like that, or you can go for up kicks.
Yeah.
And if they backdash away from you or something like that, the up kicks will still catch you.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, nice aggressive play.
He's really good with that. Canadian setup.
It's going to be roughly 45% of his health now. It's a reset. Oh,
that was sick.
Little tricks.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good recognition that backdash FADC is not safe. I've never seen Julio punish that, or maybe because Noku does it, but that's actually really good game knowledge.
Shen Chang beats it there.
Yeah. Now we got Alex Myers up on deck.
Myers. It's going to be Sakura versus Yun.
Yeah, this guy is he's Julio's kryptonite. Seriously, dude, like every single time they play, Julio's like, I just can't beat Myers.
You know, styles make fights, which is something that I like to say a lot. And sometimes it's not really about the character matchup, but just that other person's way of thinking is just so difficult for you to understand that it becomes hard to fight them.
Absolutely, and then we're dealing with a player that plays very, very different from Julio.
Okay. And by the way, guys, we do have another good matchup for you guys, so stick around if you'd like to see it. It's going to be Team America, which has El Cubano Loco, Vicious, and Lucan. Lucan plays Evil Ryu. El Cubano Loco is a claw player, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm not familiar with Vicious. And then they're going to be facing Team R Kappa, who has Punko, Infiltration, and EX Pugera. That team is broken. Jeez.
Pugera is strong.
So actually, to talk about Pugera, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but that was when the stream was opening up. Pugera, what I admire about him is not just that he's a strong player, but you know, when SF4 started getting big and older crews were starting to form teams, so there was like IPW, there was Team Spooky,
I remember
all community-style teams, right?
Yeah.
But in Japan, it wasn't really like that. The only teams that got formed were like Team Mad Catch, which is esports or esports-ish type of team, and things like that. However, Pugera runs FGC, or Fukuoka Gamers Community, which is a club much like, you know, the type of clubs we just talked about. That's just about guys going to a place and grinding out and playing. And he's a leader of that style of crew, and that's something that you don't see in Japan very often. So I definitely admire that from Pugera.
That's really unique, and that's a lot of heart and passion.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's a lot of unthanked work at that, too. Oh, wow, that's stun.
Body.
Now, Myers had a huge lead, too.
He's done.
Yeah, no, that's definitely very admirable. I respect the players that go out of their way to do things for their local communities when they don't have to. That's awesome.
And he's beastly too, which is
Oh
even
my
crazier.
gosh,
It's
yeah.
hard to be a good player and do all that community stuff.
Exactly. All right, so let's see if Myers actually can get back to the game here.
He was doing really well in that first round.
And then Shen got in, and that was it.
That was it. That's Shen style. All right. Plus frames on the EX Satsu.
Oh, it's looking for that NCR medium.
Yeah. Sakura's jump fierce is actually still difficult to anti-air despite the nerfs.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't. What's the hitbox? The hitbox like?
Oh, I don't. In the old version, in the version before this, it was like horrible. But now I think I can't remember if they nerfed the hitbox or they nerfed the frames on it. They did something about it to make it a little easier to anti-air than before.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's still really hard to beat.
And I think this is kind of the same story as the last round. It's Myers having the early lead and then Shen just clutching
Bringing it back, yeah. So now we're gonna have Shen versus Snake, and unfortunately this matchup, I think we saw this in the previous set, it's gonna be tough for Shen, and that's primarily because it's more difficult for him as a dive kick character to get in on Zangief.
Yeah, Zangief is able to eliminate a lot of those aggressive plays that allows him to get really favorable positioning, you know, with like that dive kick into jab tap to EX command grab. At this point, with all those decision making, there's a big risk.
Right. So the technical explanation on that is that when you dive kick, right, against most characters, even if you're like -1 or -2 or something like that, you still have momentum, so you can continue to attack. However, Zangief with the SPD can actually punish a -2 dive kick very easily.
Exactly.
So that option on deck prevents Shen Chang from being as aggressive as he.
Absolutely, and that's a great technical explanation for all these guys to understand. Oh, wow. So he's got the Oki early. It's only... Okay, so he chooses to play in the neutral instead.
That was nice. Optimal combo there.
Very common tactic of young players to neutral jump. Kind of try to gauge what the opponent's going to do.
I really like how Shen's playing right now. He's winning the damage war off optimal combos. And then that happened. Snake is ridiculous.
Snake's ability to just kind of read the situation and make that adjustment is insane. I think probably one of the best in the business. Probably like top 3, in my opinion.
Talking about Snake in general?
Yeah, Snake in general. Just like being able to make that transition in that metagame and just kind of switching that momentum up, whether it's speeding it up or slowing it down.
You know, Zangief is a character that should be a moving wall.
Yeah, exactly.
And he plays that play style to a T. I think he tried to lariat that.
Yeah. Oh man, the spacing from Shen right now is pretty solid.
Oh, red focus.
Ooh.
Too late. We get some real Oki from this. Doesn't matter if you delay wake up, you're still gonna get bopped. Finally, he's away.
Okay, else. Goes for that true block string to avoid that SPD possibility. Pushes him out as well.
This is a good look. Shen is still in the game. He might be able to clutch this round out. Ooh! Oh! Did not have, man.
So
if you only have more resources.
Wonder if he had EX at the time he did that.
Maybe EX shoulder instead. That might have worked. You're right.
Kind of unfortunate. He probably didn't realize he would get the bar for it in time. Oh wow!
That was nice.
That worked.
Yep. Just good spacing there from Shen.
Absolutely. We're at set point for Team NCR right now, at least for this second set.
Yep. Nice escape and a good punish. That was legit. Shen Chang.
What an intense footsies game right now from these two players. Highly experienced in this type of metagame.
Yeah, sometimes for me it's difficult to talk about the small nuances of what they're doing, and I'm just amazed and have to stare at the amazing spacing by both players.
It's like 4 to 5 different things that are going on with each step. So
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Perfect read. Perfect option for that moment. Wow. Can Shen clutch it out?
No. All right, so it's going to be all up to Choi to save his team.
Man, John and Snake, guys, this should be a fun one. It'll probably be a no, not probably. It will be a much slower paced game as well, kind of similar to what we'd seen from Shen.
Yeah, Choi's gonna throw a lot of fireballs.
Exactly.
For sure. A lot of fireballs.
This is the type of play though that Snake also thrives in. So these guys are masters in this type of play. So I don't know who's gonna come out on top, but
he still has that old top keystone stick. It looks like it's been restored lately too. The cover looks way nicer than it used to.
Yeah, I have no idea.
How does he play on hot parts still in 2015?
So old-fashioned, still sitting on the ground.
Yep.
Remember those days? Dude, all those sticks back in the days were so heavy, man.
Yep. My stick, oh my god, it's like a giant piece of wood that you were carrying with you everywhere.
We had to use that. It was so good for CVS2 and for Marvel.
Marvel too.
Yep.
Everybody plays on those Moss sticks.
Exactly.
Literally everyone.
I couldn't play on anything else but those.
Nice. All right, so Choi's got a nice start here. So one of the fortunate things in this matchup is that although Zangief has lots of ways to nullify the fireball, he really needs lots of meter to make that happen.
Absolutely.
So until that time, Choi really has free reign with his projectile game.
So I think Choi opted for damage more so than positioning right there. Could have Tatsu'd him out, get more space to walk back with.
Oh, he waited for the short. He short-you'd. He short-you'd.
That was awesome.
Really impressive. Yeah. Actually, Choi's still in the lead though. Nice backdash.
Yeah. Oh wow.
He tried to grab. So that EX Tatsu obviously is airborne, which means that grabs do not work. Great situationally against, anti-throw techs, things like that.
Exactly. All right, so he still has meter going into the second round, so he's going to have a little bit of an advantage on the ground game.
And that was good awareness hit by Choi. He got hit really high by the jump MK and realized that he would still be at advantage.
Yeah.
Nice shorty.
Wow.
That was clean. Actually, Zangief had did he have the Ultra 2 yet? I wonder about that. I didn't look that closely.
No, this is pretty uncommon. I've seen Snake Eyes whip 3 or I think 4 SPDs so far, and he usually doesn't guess wrong on that.
I think that's the power of Choi, man.
It really is. Choi is able to make you either see or do things you never thought you would do, and that's that. Almost 2 decades worth of experience.
Yeah, this is a bad look. Snake definitely needs meter to approach for you. All right. So Choi will reset it, and now it's going to be one set apiece for both teams.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into the final set. And I imagine that Choi is once again going to be the anchor, and we're probably going to see Caneda step up.
Yeah. Man, Choi going to work.
Yeah, dude. Much respect to the old school.
He's still, for me at least, personally, he's my favorite player to watch. Been a fan of him since I was a kid.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I respect that, man. That's a good look. Choi's a good man to learn from.
Yeah. I actually just modeled like most of my footsie style, and I try to educate some of the younger kids in the NorCal. Sorry, what?
Oh, Nuckledu's having Popeyes, apparently.
Hungry little kid.
Little sponsors on his shirt. I remember when Nuckledu was sponsored by like this guy from New York, Nemesis, who has his team UIG. Yeah. There was just like Nemesis trying to help him out or something like that. He was just a little young kid coming to the next level playing Guile. Now look at him.
Look at this. Oh, look at that smile. What a golden smile. Yeah, there's a good future for this kid. If you guys have never had an opportunity to actually meet him in person, and you guys get to, definitely just go up to him, talk to him. Super, super nice guy.
Yeah. Dude's cool.
He is.
One of my favorite Do moments is, I forget what event it was, but people were yelling Do in the background, right? And so he looked back at me and he was like, Spooky, why are they booing me? And I was like, no, bro, they're saying Do. And actually he was like, oh, okay. And he got pretty hyped after that.
I'm so not surprised.
Yeah.
It's a total Do reaction. All right, so Caneda against Nuckledu again. Last time we saw this, Nuckledu came out on top. And Caneda be unforgiving this time. In that corner, it's just, oh wow.
Okay, Terry finding his way out of it. Big jump in there.
That's huge, and that's so much damage. And with 66 seconds on the clock with a character like Guile going against Akuma.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of opportunities to back off as long as he can avoid this vortex. Good break.
Ooh.
That was smart. Good way to get away. But Kaneda's got to create pressure.
Oh, wow. Is that going to hit?
He got it. Yeah.
Nice.
It actually moves forward a little bit, so even if it looks like at first it won't reach, it still can.
Yeah. I thought the recovery maybe.
Yeah. It's hard to get that max range just right.
Yeah.
For sure. But Daimini and Nuckledu are both specialists at it.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of time and effort, a lot of experience to recognize that too. Really, really good stuff.
Nice. Nuckledu is definitely dancing some circles around Caneda. Big damage on that.
Kind of playing this poke-a-doke run around style, corner to corner. We're seeing kind of the same situation we saw from that last one, and there it is. Nuckledu takes it very cleanly, very quickly.
All right. And so with Caneda we now have Shen Chang once again to try his luck. Snake Eyez chatting out with Myers.
I have a question. How long have you been in the scene for?
Me? All right. So in New York area, I wasn't really like a tournament type of guy, but I used to go to Chinatown Fair pretty much all the time. So I was there a lot. And some of the old schools I met there were like Arturo, lots of Empire Arcadia guys who would go there all the time and stuff like that. But I mostly went to Chinatown Fair just for fun and stuff like that. It was really around 2006 when I was getting into anime games. Around that time, there were some streams already happening, but there were, SF4 wasn't released yet or anything like that. So I just got into that. I was like, okay, I'm going to record us playing like Melty Blood, and Eternal Fighter Zero, and Sailor Moon for Super Nintendo. Just all types of fighting games that you normally don't get to see. Anyway, that became popular for whatever reason. I got a lot of experience in recording and broadcasting these things. So when 2009, 2010 came around and Street Fighter 4 started getting big, it was pretty easy for me to get in there.
That's awesome, man. That's a great story. Thanks for sharing that with me. I really appreciate that,
sure,
actually.
Bro.
Your destiny will be
It's always a pleasure to see you, Crackfiend. We actually don't get to talk that often.
Not that often. Usually it's a hi, how you doing? Bye.
I know.
But we have busy lives, you know. It's just one of those things where quantity doesn't really happen too much, but the quality,
yeah, no doubt.
just kind of know.
All right.
Shen just working it.
Yeah, he's starting off strong, and Nuckledu forcing to back off with the flash kick. Get off. Ooh.
Man, what a battle. It's kind of a slobber knocker, in the words of Hans. Shout out to Hans.
Lord Haunts. Shin Haunts.
Wow. Great
Haunts is
round.
so busy and so beastly that he sends me to do streams for him now. Not even kidding, bro. It's like me, Sega, Hanzo. Like, I don't have time for this stuff anymore. You handle this now.
Oh my god. Last time I saw him was a few months ago. He's buff now, dude.
He'll be here on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I think that he and Combo Fiend have been training together or something.
Yeah,
I see Combo
out.
Fiend posting all the time about how he's been working out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man, this round, this is a complete change of momentum compared to the previous game that we saw.
Yep.
Oh.
That was smart. He held the focus rather than backing away.
Yeah, I think you're going to learn from the previous.
Big combo here. It might kill with the follow-up. No, not quite, not quite. Still hurts.
Oh.
Tricky, tricky.
What a difficult situation. And that's tied 1-1.
Who will emerge victorious? Fight!
Happening back to that neutral game, trying to gauge each other's distance and timing.
Big whiff there.
Yeah. I think that was an input error.
And I think he wanted like a low MK or something, right? Oh, good spacing there. There's actually a juggle point on that if you hit only once.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what the best follow-up is.
Yeah, it's just kind of difficult. I think that's something that's got to be tested a little bit more. As long as this game's been out and all the changes, there's always room for more technology.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, dangerous position here. Yun with that full stick of butter. Red focus. That should be red focus. Or not.
This might be the end. Can he hit the combo? He got it.
That's it. Wow, Shen coming in the clutch. He started. It looked so bad for him to begin.
No, but he clutched out. He played the matchup very well.
It took that. He saw that he just like took a nice, fresh breath. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, one thing that I've learned watching people play fighting games, even not competitively, just playing casuals, is that if you watch the faces of two players after a match that they play, they always react, no matter what.
Yeah.
You could just be you playing casually against somebody. There's always a reaction when the game is over.
It's awesome to really see that because it's kind of like they're putting their hard work in, and when you don't see that reaction after a match, that story becomes lost in translation, you know? So being able to see that, like he's still, Shen isn't as active as he used to be back in the days, but he's still serious when he actually comes out.
He's a very, very experienced player, to say the least.
Yeah, exactly, man. That guy was. Do you remember that money match with him and what was it? What was his name? It was the Chun-Li player from SoCal.
Oh no, I'm not familiar, but that sounds pretty crazy.
It was at Evo first to 10. It came down to 10-9.
Wow.
The final round. It was awesome. Anyways, aside
Shen
from
versus
that,
Snake. Nice start for Shen there. Wow, went for the cross up, and he got it.
oh wow.
This is big. Very hard for Yun to get out of this mix-up. Womp womp. So much
Great
damage.
combo. Yeah, that's insane. What he's able to do from that. It's kind of like watching Guile. Like you think he's such a zoner until he does that overhead kick.
Oh yeah, the soba, and then you get sometimes in the corner you get low strong, EX fireball, back fist,
Yeah,
like all combos. It hurts.
So you look up at your health, you're like, where did it all go?
Oh,
that's
stun on that.
hurt.
That's gonna stun. Yep.
Yeah, obstacle. Yeah, that looked like it was supposed to be in the OS.
Yeah. For those wondering why it stunned earlier, by the way, Zangief's neutral jump, Fierce, the headbutt move, has, I think, 500 is a stun value. It's really high.
I think so. It's above 400. That's all I know about that.
It's really high.
Man,
there was a character at one point that got stunned by just headbutt jab. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Rufus.
Was it Seth?
Yeah, it might have been Seth, yeah. Oh, so it is counter hit headbutt? Okay.
How much extra stun does counter hit?
That's a good question. I actually don't know.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So 750.
I'm glad that we're talking about those little nuances about Street Fighter. Like, okay, what does counter hit add to your moves, or what does this add? Those things don't matter. And even some things about it are weird. Like, for example, the first version of, I can't remember, was this Ultra or the previous Ultra. The first version, there was a bug where moves that got improved, the counter hit value was the old value. So let's say your move did like 90 damage or something like that, you could counter it and get like 80 damage because it was the old damage value. Yeah, just little strange little bugs about the game that you wouldn't realize.
That's interesting. That's insane because, you know, like people always talk about frame data, and then we're always going like, oh yeah, on counter hit you get 2 extra frames, and if you're +1, now you're +3, so you can combo, all that stuff.
Yeah, that all matters.
Yeah, all that stuff really does matter. And then now we're thinking, yeah, you know, nobody really did the math. At least I'm not aware of anybody that did the math for stun on counter hit.
I'm sure that the numbers are out there and people
Absolutely.
know. I'm just not familiar myself.
Exactly. All right, this is the match we're waiting for here. Choi versus Snake Eyez again. The previous set, Choi came out ahead in a convincing way.
All right.
The battle has begun.
Excited for this. I don't sound excited, but I am.
No, dude, that's quiet excitement.
It's one of those quiet excitements where you're just really admiring the work.
He tried to get a stand shirt link, but it was too far away.
Wow. How in God's name?
Can he throw fireballs this
like
good?
that?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know either. It amazes me.
And there's that jumping though. Nice SPD from Snake Eyez. Almost tying up the health lead. Oh,
that was a great setup.
Yeah, that was really great. Choi not prepared for that to whip.
And I think that's a good plan for Snake. He's really got to catch Choi off guard rather than put him in situations where he'll feel comfortable.
Exactly. Choi's anticipating all these other things. That was one of those things that he did not anticipate.
Agreed.
And that might be a one-trick wonder, but that might be all he needs.
He took the round with it.
Exactly, and that's the most important thing.
Oh, did not get the crump on that.
Oh, great extending forward.
Yep.
Wow.
interrupted by the fireball. He sure you. Oh, the invincibility.
Yeah.
John Choi.
Didn't know that was gonna happen.
No, I didn't know either. I thought that he might still get scooped.
Technology, you just don't know.
Yep.
Oh, I like that decision a lot.
No, that was a good look. He's in a good position to close the round out.
Absolutely, with this distancing and Choi really controlling the space well. That fireball is not going to come out as predictably.
Not when he has the EX green hand on deck.
He's looking for him to just step forward. Right when he steps forward and not looking for that green hand, that's when he's going to throw that fireball. It's that stutter step. Just like that.
Did not have the extra. Oh, that hurts.
Oh!
Still alive.
Oh, what a round! What a set! Fantastic work from both players. Really technical play right there on the ground.
Snake Eyez will advance his team. John Choi's team will unfortunately be eliminated despite very strong play by them.
And that's just so amazing. Like, they have to pick their spots. And at the right time, at the right moment. And they do.
Yeah.
Which is insane. They've been doing it back to back to back to back. And in situations where you see, like, if it wasn't Choi DPing, but it was like some other guy that had his rhythm so predictable that he expected the DP to come, that punish would have been harder and that would have ended right there, but it didn't because he wasn't looking for that necessarily, right?
It's true. It does mind games. It's all mind games.
It really is all mind games. And